Hi guys, CombinedYoutuber here. Welcome to the F1 2016 crew mode today, and we'll be doing the Belgian Grand Prix today. Here we are qualifying goals for the Belgian Grand Prix. We're going to qualify 9th or higher, finish above Max Verstappen and beat Romain Grosjean.
It's qualifying time at Spa, one of the mightiest tracks on the Formula One calendar. Long straights, up and downhill, Eau Rouge as well. This track isn't for the faint-hearted.
So here we are in the garage in Spa. We are now halfway through the season in this crew mode in 2016. Finally, we are halfway through the season. We are here in Belgium. One of the greatest tracks of the calendar, I think, with the jewels in the crown. Here is Nico Rosberg, the first front runner to go out. Here he comes across the line. He goes at 147.8. He goes provisional pole so far. Here is Felipe Massa in the Williams, which, by the way, was fast in practice, so we shall see Williams get a little bit closer to the Mercedes. So here is Felipe Massa coming into the final corner across the line with a 148.4. That is only, 6/10 slower for Massa there compared to Rosberg. But now here we go out on track for our first run. Out of the very tight hairpin pit lane sort of thing. There is the Toro Rosso of Sainz, is that Sainz? Yes. It is Sainz indeed. And he's not going to try and challenge us. Here we go, up Eau Rouge now. So, yeah. I'm either going to let Sainz through or he's just going to get me. No, he's just going to back out of it. So here we are at the end of our first lap. Into Blanchimont we go. Flat out into 8th gear. Hitting the curb, sort of hard. And now coming into the bus stop chicane, breaking into 2nd gear. And now into the final corner, turning in nicely, using some DRS open up to the line. It's a 149.0, going 8 fastest, so not the best qualifying place to be in, but hopefully with an improvement we can be in a better position. We're actually currently in 12th place at the moment, with Hamilton on pole from Rosberg. Bottas only 4/10 behind the Mercedes. There's Ricciardo in the massive 6/10 down. So here is Valtteri Bottas now, coming into the final corner. He was the Williams who is particularly on pace. I can tell you that he was fastest in the practice 3 session earlier on the Saturday. Now coming across the line, 147.9 for Valtteri Bottas to be only 2/10 off Lewis Hamilton. So very interesting here to be seeing Williams only 2/10, almost 3/10 behind Lewis Hamilton. So here we go, coming into this corner on our fastest lap here in this session. This was our fastest lap in the session with 1 minute to go. If I'm sounding a little bit off, that's because I'm a little bit sick today. So coming into turn 1, breaking down to 2nd gear. And now coming on the exit of that corner, breaking down up towards Eau Rouge, which is absolutely flat out. 8th gear, up the hill. Try not to hit the curb on the inside, because in this game, if you do that, you will crash into Radion on the inside like Kevin Magnussen did. Now coming up to the Camel Straight with 350 kilometers an hour, breaking down now into 3rd gear into Les Combes. We've missed the apex a bit there in the 2nd corner, but now into the quick right-hander. We've taken that nicely, and now we are 100th down, breaking down to Bruxelles, 2nd gear, hitting the curb slightly there. We're coming into the quick left-hander. Coming on the exit, we have gained some time there. We are about 1/10 up on our time. Brings us to 148, but it still won't be good enough. Now onto Pouin, we've absolutely nailed that, and now coming into this chicane here, breaking down into 3rd gear. We're hitting the curb there, and now coming into this corner, trying not to understeer off on the exit, and now coming into Stavelo, I think this is. Coming into that's the 3rd gear that was taken there. Now coming onto the Blanchimont corner, coming towards Blanchimont. Now onto the straight, absolutely flat out for these next few meters. Into Blanchimont now, 8th gear, flat out, to the left, very nicely. Absolutely flat out, it's going up to 340 kilometers an hour, breaking down into the final chicane, the bus stop. Here we go, where are we going to qualify now for this Belgian Grand Prix? Here we go around the final corner. We have got a 3/10 improvement, and we've got a 48.7, and we still qualify in 12th place. 12th place is not ideal for the Belgian Grand Prix, but I'll take it. I'm a total of 1 second behind Lewis Hamilton, so we start 12th for the Belgian Grand Prix. Valtteri Bottas only 2/10 behind, and Massa 6/10 behind. So it's going to be an interesting race here in Spa. We start 12th, and Grosjean starts in 10th place. And yeah, interesting qualifying session. We have Hamilton on pole from Rosberg, then Bottas, Massa, Ricciardo, Perez, Verstappen, Vettel, Hulkenberg, Grosjean, Raikkonen, me, Carlos Sainz, Fernando Alonso, Daniel Kvyat, Jensen Button, Pascal Wehrlein, then Rio Haryanto, Kevin Magnussen, Jolyon Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, and Felipe Nasser, maybe, in the last place. But now on to the resource points now after qualifying. We should get quite a lot here. Yeah, we got 60, that moves up into the 1015 resource points, which is quite decent there. And now, moving on to, what is it, the rivalry? I think it's the rivalry next after this. Yep, it is the rivalry after this. And, we have actually drawn. We have drawn the rivalry. We have drawn the rivalry with Max Verstappen. I knew we would have a chance to draw the rivalry last race in Germany, and guess what? We have drawn the rivalry with Max Verstappen. That was very interesting, but because we failed to finish 9th or higher and failed to beat Romain Grosjean, we have dropped down in driver position there. So, an interesting qualifying session. We start 12th for the Belgian Grand Prix, and now let's go to the race. And before we go to the race, here are race goals for the Belgian Grand Prix. We need to finish the race in 11th place or higher. So now let's go to the race.
In the 48 races held at Spa between 1950 and 2015, the race winner has only started from pole position on 16 occasions. Qualifying yesterday may have set the order for today, but expect the unexpected here at the Belgian Grand Prix. As the saying goes, of course, anything can happen. And you know what? It usually does. So here we are once again, ready to go racing through the Ardennes forest. 4.35 miles of long straights, fast corners and massive elevation changes. It makes this not only one of the most exciting circuits on the calendar, but one that makes for some consistently high quality racing as well. Simply put it, there really is no place quite like Spa. Anthony Davidson is alongside me in the commentary box to take you through all the action today. Now, it's a closely matched field here in Spa, Ant, so where do you think we're going to see somebody make a difference?
If they're as close as we're expecting them to be, especially through the midfield, then being able to keep the front tyres in good condition could make the difference. You always lose a chunk of downforce at the front when you're in the turbulent air of another car, which tends to cause understeer, which in turn causes front tyre degradation. Now, too much damage there could force an early pit stop and put you at a slight disadvantage, so the drivers will want to be careful not to be too aggressive early on in the Grand Prix.
Okay, don't worry about making places into one, it's far too tight. Concentrate on a clean exit so you get good momentum down the Camel Straight.
And with preparations almost complete, let's head down to the track.
So here we are for the race for the Belgian Grand Prix in Spa, the 13th round of the season out of 21. This is only the first season, of course, but I might do a second or third season, as I said. So yeah, we're going to start on the super softs and end on the softs, as everyone else is doing. But about F1 2017 career mode, I don't think there's a chance I would do it because I did try. I have tried to test it before, and I haven't really enjoyed it as much as this career mode. So yeah, I don't think I'm not going to do one in this case because the engine management. I really don't like the engine management. Like, it ruined my chances of good results in the 2017 career mode. So therefore, I may not do the career mode. So I'll stick with this career mode for the next year, and I'll probably do an F1 2018 career mode or so. I don't know. Whatever I feel like, I guess. If I do get interested in the 2017 career mode somehow, I will do it, but I'll stick with this one for now. So anyway, on the formation lap, we are lining up on the grid for this Belgian Grand Prix. Let's hope this is a good race, because from 12th it should be a good race, considering the comeback we did in 2013 career mode when we spun at the first corner and we got up all the way to 4th. So here we are for the lights for the Belgian Grand Prix. And it's away we go for the Belgian Grand Prix. We've got a very decent start there. Grosjean's got a really bad start as we're coming ahead into turn 1. Grosjean gets back ahead of us there. And now we're coming to turn 1. The Ferraris are side by side. We are side by side with Grosjean. And there's a Red Bull of Ricciardo off into the wall. And there's more contact. And our teammate Grosjean has spun round as well. So there's a crash within the first in the first corner onto the straight towards Eau Rouge. So 2 spins already, Ricciardo into the wall and Grosjean spinning round. So my teammate unfortunately is out, and there is an absolute cluster here with Verstappen, Vettel, Perez and Raikkonen. We are trying to get all of them, but we're not going to get some there. And now Perez stays ahead of Raikkonen. We are trying to get some great traction on all of these guys. We get past Kimi Raikkonen on the inside, and we're going to go past Sergio Perez on the inside as well. Coming into Bruxelles, we are side by side with the inside line. There's almost contact. And we get past Sergio Perez as well. Verstappen and Vettel are side by side. And now we come towards P1. We're going to go on the inside of Sebastian Vettel coming into P1. And we get the move done into P7. We have already moved up into P7 from 12th on the grid. 5 places have already been gained. And now here we are behind Max Verstappen, who's looking very slow at the moment. So we're going to look to get past him before Blanchimont. Here we go to the inside of Max Verstappen. And we get into 6th place. So 6 positions have been gained on the first lap here in Spa. What a start to the race we have made. And in fact, Max Verstappen was going slowly because he had a damaged front wing. We'll check what happened in a minute to him. But here we are on lap 2 of the Belgian Grand Prix. We're behind Nico Hülkenberg coming into Eau Rouge now. We're going to try and slipstream him onto the Camel Straight. Up Eau Rouge we go. We've gone a bit wide there, but we're now going to pull out to the outside of Nico Hülkenberg coming into this corner. And we do get past Nico Hülkenberg onto the Camel Straight, and we move up into 5th place in this Belgian Grand Prix. So within 2 laps, we've gained 7 places. A very, very good start to the Belgian Grand Prix so far. Here is a replay of the start of this Belgian Grand Prix. It was a very, very interesting start. So obviously Hamilton started from pole. Bottas got a really good start. He moved over alongside Hamilton. And Ricciardo dive bombed. Grosjean got ahead of us. And you can see that there's Ricciardo making contact with Verstappen, was it? And then there's Grosjean making contact with us. So I think 2 sets of teammates collided there. Ricciardo crashed into Verstappen and I crashed into Grosjean. But we'll judge that later. As now here we are, rewatching the cluster again. We tried to slipstream behind Perez and Raikkonen, and then we tried to pull out to the inside again. But of course we're not going to go for all that, so we waited until the perfect opportunity, which is down into Bruxelles. So here we go, past Raikkonen there. And we get past Sergio Perez as well on the inside into Bruxelles. That's wheel-to-wheel action there. Hamilton leading from Rosberg, Bottas, Massa, and then Hülkenberg. And then there we get past Sergio Perez. It was just a very exciting first lap. Here we go, travelling past Sebastian Vettel on the inside to P1. Get him into, that was 7th place there. So here we are on lap 3. Here is Felipe Massa behind Nico Rosberg. He's going to go to the outside into Eau Rouge. He's going to go round the outside. Felipe Massa with a brilliant move there. He moves up into 2nd. Rosberg is now getting challenged by Valtteri Bottas. And he's got past as well. Both Williams have moved past Nico Rosberg. So that's a good start to both Williams. Williams are very competitive this weekend. Massa moves up into 2nd and Bottas into 3rd. So a very interesting race so far. We have Hamilton leading, then it's Rosberg, then it's Massa. It was Massa, but we have Hamilton pitting now. So Bottas is now leading from Rosberg, then me, then Sergio Perez in 4th. So let's see what Rosberg can do to Valtteri Bottas heading into the Camel Straight. Here is the battle now. Rosberg is right behind Valtteri Bottas coming up Eau Rouge. They are very fast up there. And now here comes Rosberg slipstreaming Valtteri Bottas. He's going to use some DRS. And now he pulls over to the inside. And Rosberg absolutely shoots past Valtteri Bottas. He gets into the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Very good, very good traction there off the exit of Eau Rouge. And Rosberg retakes the lead of the Belgian Grand Prix. Well, doesn't retake it, he takes the lead away from Valtteri Bottas. So, Valtteri Bottas, who led most of the German Grand Prix as well, he also led some of the race of this. And now here we are into the pit lane where we have a bit of a glitch here because we are somehow still on the pit limiter or something. I don't know what it is. But we are very slow up the hill into the pit lane. That's a... I got really pissed off with that glitch because it lost us time to Sergio Perez. So, really unfortunate there, to be honest. But we're not going to catch Perez for the rest of the race, I don't think. But here we are making our pit stop for a set of soft tyres. It was a good pit stop from our team there. Now coming out of the pits there, we have Red Bull and a Ferrari side by side, I believe. That's Verstappen and Vettel. Now coming onto the straight, we get out ahead of all of them there. So that's very good. Heading up Eau Rouge. And we are, I think, in... I don't actually know what position we're in. But we'll find out in a minute. We're in P10, so we've come out in P10. Vettel's in P11. And I think Raikkonen just got past Verstappen. So, yeah. Vettel got past Verstappen, and now Raikkonen got past Verstappen. So here we are, in 7th place now, moving up some positions after the pit lane. And we are gaining so much time on the Toro Rosso of Carlos Sainz, so we're going to move to the inside. No, we're not. And Pascal Wehrlein has had his second retirement of the season. And let's see what happens here. Side by side up Eau Rouge, and there's a spin, and he's crashed into the wall at Eau Rouge. Pascal Wehrlein's had a huge hit there. So, Nico Hulkenberg cuts him off, and then he just hit the wall quite hard there, actually. And Wehrlein is out. Here we go, on to lap 7 of the Belgian Grand Prix. Slipstreaming Carlos Sainz coming up towards the Camel Straight and near to Eau Rouge now. Onto the Camel Straight, we are behind Carlos Sainz now. We're going to slipstream him using some DRS. We pull over to the inside and we get into 6th place, speeding past Carlos Sainz. And we get into P6 once again. This is a very good race, I think. This is quite a decent race. It's not the greatest race ever, but it hasn't had the qualities that Spa usually has. But it's been an okay race from a perspective, some perspectives, but it's not been the greatest race ever. But I think it's been a good race. Here comes Carlos Sainz to the inside now, into Blanchimont. We're going to go side by side into Blanchimont. We're almost touching. Sainz has forced us to go off track there into Blanchimont, and Sainz gets the move done. Very aggressive from the AI there, forcing me to go off the track there. And now we're going to have to get past Carlos Sainz once again, coming into the Camel Straight. So here we are, on to lap 9, the Belgian Grand Prix. 3 laps to go. Here we go, up Eau Rouge once again on Carlos Sainz, and we're going to get him into the Camel Straight once again. We are slipstreaming him, and we're going to use some DRS once again. We're going to pull out to the inside once again, and we're going to speed past Carlos Sainz once again into P6. A very, very easy move. Carlos Sainz, of course, with the 2015 Ferrari spec engine. That's why he's so slow. So yeah, we have a green flag there, so someone's crashed. And it's Sebastian Vettel. Sebastian Vettel has just spun round there on the Force India of, was that Hulkenberg? I don't know. I'm not sure if it was Hulkenberg or Perez. But now Vettel, oh, he's been collected by the McLaren. Vettel has just been collected by the McLaren of, God knows who that is. I don't know who that is, but that was a huge impact there for both of them. The McLaren managed to collect Sebastian Vettel there, and they somehow both weren't out of the race. That was the miracle there. But here is Raikkonen side by side now with Carlos Sainz behind us. Is Raikkonen going to get past Sainz? Yes, he is. Raikkonen very aggressively pushes Sainz off the track, and Raikkonen gets into 7th. Very good move from Kimi Raikkonen there on the inside of Blanchimont. And now onto the penultimate lap of this Belgian Grand Prix. Raikkonen is going to try and challenge us now. We have got 21 cars left, of course, because Pascal Wehrlein's out. Coming up Eau Rouge now is Kimi Raikkonen going to get us into the Camel Straight. Here comes Kimi Räikkönen. He's getting much closer. He's got DRS. He's going to the outside. We are trying to defend while we can, but Räikkönen gets past us into 6th place once again, but we're going to go back up the inside into Lecom. Räikkönen's touched us there, and we get back past him around the outside. A great move from us on Kimi Räikkönen. We keep 6th place. I think 6th place is the best we can do, unless we get passed by Räikkönen again, either at the Kemmel Straight or some other straight. I don't know. But, oh, into Bonchimont. Here we go, onto Bonchimont once again. Räikkönen's going to come to the inside of us into Bonchimont. We are side by side with Räikkönen coming into this corner. He's forced us to go off track again. The AI are very aggressive. And now we're going to back out of the move there as Daniel Fiat is out of the race. So, not good stuff for him there. And now Räikkönen is side by side with us coming into the bus stop chicane. And we hold it around the outside with great traction. And we go into the final lap now of this Belgian Grand Prix. We are keeping 6th place. But are we going to get 6th place, or are we going to lose it and get 7th place? Here we go, coming into the no-name corner and into Pouan. Räikkönen pulls over to the inside, coming into Pouan, and Räikkönen gets the move into Pouan. There's a bit of contact, but Räikkönen with a great move into Pouan. That will not get him again after that. That was a fair move. That was a very fair move from Kimi Räikkönen. And now we're in 7th place as Carlos Sainz moves onto the inside of us once again. We are side by side through Bonchimont. We've almost made contact. We have gone wide again at Bonchimont. And we're going to go up the inside of Carlos Sainz once again into the bus stop chicane. Yes, we are. We're going to squeeze him wide. And we are going to get past him on the final corner of the final lap. And we are going to finish in 7th place. Not the best result, but it will do for now. It was a decent race and a decent comeback in this Belgian Grand Prix. Somehow my engine is very happy with that result. But 7th place is very decent after where we started. It doesn't sound decent, but compared to where we started, it's very good. Lewis Hamilton won the Grand Prix again. Valtteri Bottas was actually 3rd, I think so. Decent stuff from Williams actually. There is me there is me in 7th somehow. I don't know why I'm celebrating.
And here are our podium
I think I got an
today
ejected
after that
something, I don't know.
excellent race.
Here was Hamilton on the top step of the podium from Rosberg and Bottas.
Mercedes then are on
So,
top today.
Here is Hamilton holding up the trophy in celebration. He points to the crowd and gives them a number 1 finger. Hamilton sprays the champagne as well. Sprays it all over Bottas, and now that was a very good comeback in this Belgian Grand Prix. So the results of this Grand Prix, we have Lewis Hamilton winning by 2.6 seconds, Nico Rosberg in 2nd place, Valtteri Bottas in 3rd, 9 seconds behind. That's Felipe Massa in 4th, Sergio Perez in 5th, Kimi Räikkönen, there's me in 7th, Carlos Sainz in 8th, Max Verstappen finishing in 9th after that damaged front wing, Nico Hülkenberg finishing 10th place, then Fernando Alonso in 11th, only 1/10 of a points finish, Rio Haryanto finishing in 12th, brilliant stuff from him there. Sebastian Vettel in 13th, and Kevin Magnussen, Jenson Button, Romain Grosjean in 16th, Jolyon Palmer, Daniel Ricciardo not catching up much, finishing in 18th, Ericsson, Nasser, and the DNFs are Daniel Fiat and Pascal Wehrlein. Wehrlein crashed at Eau Rouge, and Kvyat probably had an engine failure or something.
Here's how things look in the drivers' table. It's a good result for Lewis Hamilton, who moves further ahead at the top of the table. Moving on to the driver of the day then. Anthony Davidson, who would you go for?
It's got to be Rio Haryanto. He was in another league for me today. Really impressive stuff.
On to the constructors then. Mercedes have extended their lead at the top of the standings. Meanwhile, good work from Force India this weekend, who pushed themselves further up the order. After all that excitement, it's time for a lie down, I think. Thanks for joining us, and goodbye until the next race.
Yeah, so Force India have moved up in the constructors table. Yeah, so Hamilton still leads the championship by 41 points. So Germany really did cost Rosberg. Rosberg in 2nd, and Daniel Ricciardo, Kimi Räikkönen, and me in 5th, 1 point behind Kimi Räikkönen. Räikkönen's pipped us. Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas, Sebastian Vettel, Jenson Button, Sergio Perez, Felipe Massa, Romain Grosjean, Carlos Sainz, Nico Hulkenberg, Daniel Kvyat, Fernando Alonso, Kevin Magnussen, Rio Haryanto, Pascal Verlaine, Jolyon Palmer, Marcus Ericsson, Felipe Nasser. Mercedes lead the constructors by a massive 224 points, from Red Bull in second place, Ferrari in third, Haas in fourth, Williams in fifth, then Force India moving up into sixth, then McLaren down to seventh, Toro Rosso eighth, Renault ninth, Manor, and then Sauber. So that was a decent race in this Belgian Grand Prix. Wasn't the greatest race ever, but I'll take it because of the Camel Straight slipstreams and the battles at the front. So I can call that a good race. Our resource points now, we have 137 resource points to make us get 1,152. I wonder if we'll get number 1 bonus. Yep, we do. And we're going to get over... Is that almost 80 or 200 resource points there? That's 1,232 resource points. That's very good. And our driver position, we should be moving up to the overachieving position again. There we are. We're still overachieving despite not even having the best race ever. A glitch robbed us of a top 5 finish, and we still are overachieving apparently. Haas need to give me better objectives. Like, they need to give me higher objectives. So Monza maybe, because their engine supplier's home race, they'll give me a higher objective. But hopefully you enjoyed this Belgian Grand Prix. Considering upgrades right now, for Monza, most definitely an engine power upgrade there, a cylinder head upgrade, pre-ignition of fuel. So should be an engine upgrade for Monza. We finished in 7th place in this Belgian Grand Prix. Hopefully you enjoyed the Belgian Grand Prix in Spa. The next race is the Italian Grand Prix in Monza. See you guys on my next video. Please like, comment and subscribe, and goodbye.